Another common question that we get asked is, how do you perform a clinic? A clinic is best performed with at least 8 individuals who are part of a missions team. Basically, a clinic consists of 5 stations. The first station is going to be your registration station. You're also going to have a waiting area. In addition, you'll have the eye test station, the counseling station, and then finally you have the station where they receive their eyeglasses. Let me go into a little bit of detail on each of those. What's going to happen is when an eyeglass recipient comes into the clinic, they're going to stop at the registration station and they're going to fill out a registration form. And on the registration form, it's going to have their name, it's going to have address, any contact information. In addition to that information, it'll have a place where they can put their, if they're affiliated with a church, if they are a Christian, if they're a non-believer, all of those type of things. Once they get that filled out, the registration people are going to put a number at the top of it. And then they're going to have that person sit in the waiting area. Next is the eye test area. The people who are performing the eye test are going to call that person's name, or they'll give them a number and call that number. That person will then come up and get an eye test done. Once the eye test is complete, you'll write the power for the eyeglasses on their piece of paper. After that station, the person will go and also back into the waiting area, and they get called in for a counseling appointment. And they'll come into the counseling appointment, and that's where they get the gospel presentation shared with them. We specifically use the EE gospel presentation to do counseling. If you're not familiar with that, EE stands for Evangelism Explosion. It's a really awesome way to share the gospel. Very simple, very easy, and very effective. For more information on that, you can go to evangelismexplosion.org. So from that station, what the person's going to do is they're going to grab their piece of paper and they're going to go over to the eyeglass station where they actually receive their eyeglasses. The person who's there is going to grab it, they'll see what power they have, and then they're going to get them the correct pair of eyeglasses along with fitting it, make sure it fits really well. And then they'll keep that piece of paper, and the pieces of paper with all the registration information, with phone numbers, addresses, all of that other information is going to go to the pastor of that church you're working in, or the director in that area, that local area, so that they can do follow-up with those individuals, because that's very important. And that's it. That's how you perform a clinic. I'm also going to include on this webpage a PDF form. You can click on it. It'll actually have a drawing, a little kind of a map or a drawing, a diagram of how you perform a clinic and the stations that are involved in that. So you can take a look at that too. Thanks.